Welcome to Set and Forget Traders, where precision meets patience. This isn't guesswork, it's strategy, structure, and the smart money's roadmap. If you're tired of chasing trades, strap in. We'll show you how to trade like the banks and not against them. If the market noise has been costing you money and peace of mind, you are in the right place. Hit the subscribe button. This is where structure meets mastery. Welcome to AUDUSD. We are on week 28 and we're here to just assist you in making a decision in the coming week, and you might be able to prevent your losses, plan your week, plan your month, and make a better decision. Guys, so let's kickstart. This is the demand chart, and you're able to know what the buyers are doing. We're able to know where the buyers are placing their order blocks. We're able to know where the buyers are taking their profit, and we are able to know where the market makers are hiding. And on the supply chart, we are able to know where the sellers are present. We are able to know where the sellers are positioning their orders at. We are able to know where the sellers are making their entry. So let's do this. On the demand chart, we are on week 28 and we are on Q3 officially. And the last days, the buyers are really having a very strong opposition, but the last day of the week closed bearish. But you can be able to observe one Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So the reverse of it is on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So let's look at the lower time frame, because that's where the most of the institution has been placing their order blocks at. So on Tuesday, after on Monday, there was a very big bullish momentum. The buyers took profit at the lower time frame, 0.65821. They took their profits, and the rest of the week the market has been redistributing inside this buy order block. So buyers entering, taking profits, price falling, back again up, and buyers were retrieving. So once the buyers take profit, they retrieve back down. They take their profits up, they retrieve back down. They take the profits up, they retrieve back down. So this chart has allowed us to make better decision. We buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. This is the 4-hour time frame. So be observant to know it's a very solid time frame to trade on. And you can be able to observe that buyers have been aggressive. The Audi has been strong, and you know the Australian dollar has been used as a risk of investment. So the market has been taking profit. How many times? One time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, 5 times in the week. And this is during NFP. The sellers pushed price low and buyers again entered. And then on Wednesday, the market pushed low, buyers entered and took profit. So this is the range where the market is currently at. And the buyers are hiding. The buyers are just inside. The buyers are just inside this level. And you know their fear is because if price goes below 0.65484, they'll need to retrieve into 0.64868. So that's why they're pushing price inside that order block. Because if market goes below, the buyers are going to just be aligned here. Yeah, the buyers are just they need to retrieve and wait for price here. That's a pivot. And if price closes below this pivot, 0.64868, then we're going to see a drop, buyers retrieving. This chart allows us to know where the buyers are placing their order blocks. So buyers are going to retrieve. And guys, you're able to observe that the pivot is just like half of where the price is currently, close to a half of where the price is currently buyers are supposed to go. So if buyers are not, the price is going to close below, don't buy, only buy at 0.64868. And if the price is going to close below, just buy at this demand zone. Allow me to mark it for you so that you can be able to see it. But it's the yellow line. I know you are not new here, and it's easier for you to know what you're trying to say. This is the demand zone. Yeah, so buyers are going to align themselves here. So be informed, bro. Yeah, buyers are just being aligned here. And remember, on the previous week, we knew buyers, they're going to place the order block at 0.63912, and they took the price into the next pivot and took price above, and now they're taking profits. So we're going to expect a reduction in volume, or if the buyers intend to push price, be observant to know the next demand zone is just high here. So we are well prepared. If they push price higher, we're going to allow them to take profits. Yes, we're going to allow them to take profits. The next demand zone is at proximal line 0.66131 and diastole line 0.66287. So if the price doesn't fall now, we're going to wait for it at the demand zone with a take profit. Yeah, after they take profit, they're going to be a reduced volume of the demand orders, and it will provide us a very sweet time to sell. All right, we're not saying the price is going to fall right now where the market closed. We're just saying if price goes up, we're going to know where to wait for it, and if price goes low, we know where buyers are going to retrieve. All right, so checking on the supply chart, we're able to know where the sellers are aligning their orders at. So sellers made an entry at the half moon, all right, but the main supply zone is at proximal line 0.65976 and 66,423 being the diastole line. So sellers are either proactively entered, or if price pushes back up, we are going to wait for them at 0.65976. Yeah, but this half moon allowed us to know sellers coming inside. I've not put my internet on because of notification, it will distract us, but we saw a precise entry of the institutional. Very precise, very precise, very precise. If you check on the previous analysis of week 27, you'll be able to spot that half moon. Nothing happens by coincidence, but by design. Again, if sellers are going to push price lower, bro, this is a very big liquidity grab that's happening here. Yeah, sellers are here. They need to take price into the next supply zone, 0.64665 and 0.64576. There is no any other supply order block. So sellers having a good run for their money. And if they push price back up again into the supply zone, that's where it is. Again, sellers are going to eat buyers like a wolf, because the next supply zone is way below where the price is. So, and if you're going to sell, don't take your profit, bro, until price hits 0.64665, 0.64576. And if you're an eagle, please take the price into the next supply block, 0.62925. That's a very good secret I've released, but let's check on the supply chart on the moving average. Sorry to say, this is the retailers institutional. This is the retailers moving average. So on the monthly, price is bullish, so you must be observant of this level 0.65332 and 0.65070. On the weekly time frame, the moving average was invalidated. We were waiting for sellers to come in, but they knew it right well, and price used the support to break into become the resistance to become a support. So if price comes this week, closes close to this, we're going to know sellers are in control. On the daily, just looking at price looking bullish. Price looks bullish. Yeah, there's many support. There's many support on the 4-hour time frame. Many support again. This outlook looks bullish. So, bro, you might decide to move away from Audi and try to look for maybe a clear pair for you to trade. On the institutional now order block, this is the institutional order moving averages, and on the monthly, price didn't hit the supply. Yeah, we had our trade call set just close to the support at 0.66051, and if the price is going to come lower, we're going to see a support of 0.64920. We're going to wait for the reaction there. On the weekly time frame, the institution have already hit their supply zone. They have already hit the resistance. They have already hit the resistance. And on the daily time frame, there is too many supports currently, but you can be able to observe that the price closed at the moving average. All right, price closed at the moving average. This is very crazy, bro. Very crazy. On the 4-hour time frame, support, they are really waiting for price to aggressively. On the 4-hour, nothing. So our closing remarks is that you might decide to choose another pair. The AUDUSD looks really aggressively. Yeah, you might decide to choose maybe GBPUSD, bro. You might decide to choose GBPUSD, maybe, or EURUSD. So thank you for staying in. And lastly, let's just again reaffirm of what we are expecting again. On the demand chart, if the buyers are pushing price higher, the market is going to take profit at the next demand zone at 0.66131 and 0.66287. And if the market is going to close below the lower time frame demand zone 0.65424, if you're buying, just wait for price at the pivot 0.64868, and if it goes below, wait for price at 0.64327 to buy, and 0.64187 being the dashed line of the demand zone. And if you're selling, you can enter right now or wait for price to come back and make an entry into the supply zone, which is at 0.65976 and 0.66423, and take your profit at 0.64665. That being said, have a good week, and remember to protect your portfolio because you need it for the rest of the year and you need it for your wealth creation. Have a good week. Thank you, God, for allowing us to transfer this knowledge to your sons. Stay blessed and focused.